So look at this beautiful backdrop that I am sitting in front of. So what's been going on since I posted my video of kind of where I'm at with my knee? So I've spent the last 6 days in a hotel really hoping and praying that I was going to be able to heal up enough to get back on trail. And as you saw in my last video, that was not going to be an option. Well, I guess it could have been an option, but I don't know what the outcome would have been. I'm not convinced that it would have been good. So right now, this is my first day. I left this morning and picked up a box in Damascus for one, and took the stuff that I had in my car up to the boys in Marion, and said my goodbyes to them. And well, I should say till I see you again, because I will see them again. So at this point right now, I decided, since Cades Cove has always been on my bucket list, that I would make a pit stop and drive through Cades Cove, and then I'll figure out where I'm gonna stay tonight. All right, so Cades Cove has been on my bucket list for years, so I'm super excited that I'm here. I wasn't sure, because it's 81 degrees and it's 3:30 in the afternoon, if we were even gonna have an opportunity to see bears or not. And I just went and talked to the ranger, and he said they are out. They're not as out right now as they normally are, but he said a lot of them are hanging out in the trees and the leaves where it's cooler, sleeping. So we're gonna see what we can see. And yeah, I want to go through and see like the buildings of the town of the people that lived here back in the day, and then I'll be able to add some history and some links to this video. But let's go see if we can, let's go find some bears. I didn't see any on trail, so now I'm excited about seeing them here. And the ranger did tell me, and was telling other people, that because based on the wildlife you're gonna see, if you're gonna go in here, prepare for 2 to 6 hours, depending on how much, because once people start backing up on the cars, it's a lot like when we were in Yellowstone for that summer. Once the animals are out there and people want to stop and look at them, then the cars back up and people will sit there for a long period of time. And if you can't get by, that's just part of it. But that's what you get for being able to see the animals in the wild as opposed to in a zoo. So this is the trail up to John Oliver's cabin. I probably should have a trekking pole with me, but it actually feels good to be walking a little bit, because I've been driving for 4 hours. Not sure how far this goes. Just being cognizant, just because I know that there's heavy bears in here, and they could be right above my head, and I wouldn't even see them. Not sure how far back this is. Oh, it's right there. How pretty is this? It always amazes me when I'm in these areas. The people lived in these beautiful places like this, and that this was their backyard. Amazing. So John and Lucretia settled here in 1818. And this cabin is still standing. If you look at the pictures of it there, sure it has some We've had some restoring, but 3,000 wood shingle shakes. That's a fresh pile right there. Okay, so this building that we're getting ready to go into is the Primitive Baptist Church, and it was a quarter mile off the main road. You should never have to be told to respect the graves, ever. And I bet these are old. Old. I wonder if they even have the year on them. I see the name. There's no years. Oh, wait. Holy mackerel. 1833 to 1887. This is just amazing. And that one right there was born in 1823. Charles Gregory died in 1900. That's just crazy. I mean, this one died in 1887. That's how long this guy right here, Russell Gregory, is the founder of, oh my God, the founder of Gregory's Bald. And he was murdered by North Carolina rebels around 1830. The founder of Gregory's Bald. I hiked that. Wow. And I mean, some of these you can tell are really old. You can't even get close to them. It's like a brick. It's kind of creepy right here because you're just walking on the path. You can see the chain, and there's like markers right here. So I'm not sure if this is so that you don't step past that and that's where this grave is or what. A little weird. That one's the same way. It might just be to make sure you don't step over that at all. Then you have like just all of these that are just, a lot of them are just slabs marked with nothing. I mean, it makes you wonder, like, is there more? Yeah, you just have these random pieces of slab and so forth, just everywhere. So that's just crazy because the Primitive Baptist Church was built in 1827, which means it's almost going to have its 200-year-old birthday, and it's still standing and still taken care of. It's funny to me how they have to put a sign up to respect the graves, one, because if you disrespect graves, you got what you got coming to you, and that they have to have security cameras, which says to me that at some point there was probably an issue that warranted that they needed to put that, and it's just really sad. But yeah, that's an amazing piece of history right there. The Primitive Baptist Church here in Cades Cove. So now we're gonna go up and look at the Methodist Church. So these right here, they have the little lamb on the top. And they're all infants. It's terrible. Not for nothing, but this is the third time I've been to church today in the last like hour. Every denomination, I think, too. So I pull up to the church and I get out of the car, and the guy parked next to me is like, a black bear just ran through the cemetery here. And I'm like, oh, cool, I'm not scared, whatever. And so then these people are trying to track the bear, and they're running through the cemetery. It's like, do you have no respect for the deceased? and you got to see a bear that and try to run after one, you're not going to catch it, okay? And two, I mean, have some respect, man, for the people's graves in here. It's like, what is wrong? What is wrong? I don't get it. I just will never get it. There are so many babies that died. And you can tell because all the hedges, the headstones just all have the little baby lamb on them. So sad. This place is Dan Larson's place. Look at how beautiful this is. I mean, this is your front view for Dan Larson. Well, that's a pretty nice little homestead here Dan Larson had. There's no plaque or anything when I walked up. Hoping there's some more information, but it's like there's a barn back there. I'm not supposed to go back there. And look at these. I mean, look at the boards on these. It's pretty cool. It's like a front porch area, almost like a mud room, but it was closed off, so I'm not sure what they use this for. And you've got your stairway upstairs, which is always so weird in these houses. So this one's actually a really nice cabin because this is your front, which you had a covered porch. And a covered porch. Sitting out here with your rocking chairs, man. And then you have this little room in here, which I don't know what this one was used for, but I know there was one place that we went with Nick where when the kids got adult, they would move in here and they got married until they could build their own cabins. And I don't know if that's the same. And then this was your main house. And you had the upstairs. And then you had this back room right here. So this was actually a really nice homestead property here. I just said I wasn't gonna stop anymore because the traffic's so slow. And then I found it to just like really cool. Wait till you see this. Oh, look how cool this is. And there's like a bunch of buildings around here. How can you not stop? Huh. Wow. That is so awesome. This is probably the nicest one I've seen. Like, look at all the buildings over there. And the house is huge. And there's even more. Here, I thought I wouldn't be walking a lot. And look at that fireplace. I'm not sure what those two holes are for. I've never seen that before. I just finished editing my video for Cades Cove, and I just wanted to do a quick summary on how I enjoyed it. One, it had been on my bucket list for a very long time, so I was super excited that I was able to work that into my travel home. Kind of helped, I think, a little bit processing the emotions of leaving the Appalachian Trail and heading home to stop and have that to look forward to. I got there about 3 o'clock. I just had some things to do in the morning, so I did not get there as early as I wanted to, and it was on a day when you could drive through. So if you're unfamiliar with Cades Cove, on Wednesdays is a no car day. So if you want to like just be able to walk or bike it without the vehicles backing up and stopping, then Wednesday's your day, but please know that you're not going to be able to drive into the park. If you walk in, you got to walk out. It's 11-mile loop if you were to walk the whole loop from where you park until where you get back to your vehicle. So that being said, driving through, the ranger told me it can take on average of 2 to 6 hours, and that's going to depend on the wildlife that decides to make its presence known and how much traffic is in the park. So here's my thoughts and feelings on it. I want to go back to Cades Cove for sure. I feel like if you really wanted to fully enjoy Cades Cove, make the trip for 2 days. And you can stay locally. There's a lot of other things to do in the area. But here's the reason why I say that. And what I would do is I would do one of those 2 days as Wednesday, a no-car day. So either go a Tuesday and Wednesday or Wednesday and Thursday. And the reason why I say that is because just to be able to go through and see all of the restorative buildings and the neighborhoods and really absorb into the history and the nature and read it is going to take some time. And even just driving through the loop to get to those places is going to take that time. So to be able to do that and really enjoy it without feeling like you might be missing out on something else, and you're probably going to see some animals along the way anyhow, so that's going to slow down that trek. And then the next day, maybe go in early in the morning. Early. I've seen people post early in the morning when the animals are first waking up and say that it's totally worth it. Post earlier go the next day early in the morning and drive through to see the animals, if you do the 2 driving days, however you want to work it. So that being said, it was a great experience. I feel like I had to kind of rush it, but I would highly recommend it. I would plan it so that you don't have to rush yourself through it, and go with the open mind. You're going to enjoy some history. You're going to see some beautiful things. You're going to see some beautiful animals, and don't rush it. You're going to be slow traffic. If a bear comes out with her cubs, everybody's going to stop. It's going to bottleneck. And that's just part of the experience. And if you don't have the patience for that, then don't go in the summer when everybody else is taking their vacations. Go at different times of the year, and you probably will be able to avoid some of that. So I highly recommend Cades Cove, 5 out of 5, and I absolutely hope to go back when it's not the busier season. All right, hope you enjoyed the video. Have a great day, y'all.